see. I like your Steam profile picture.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know where did that start? Like, why does everyone have
I
that?
think it's like Spooderman. Isn't that what they call him? I think it's Spooderman. My team can tell you better than I can. You guys, where is that from? My Steam profile picture. And then one of my subs drew it for me. I just like it because it's just like, it's like you, but it's just like the derp you.
Come on, server. There it is. Okay. How do you like Mirage? Do you like it pretty, like, are you pretty
This is one of my favorite maps.
Oh, yeah?
That's why I wanted you to teach it to me.
Cool. Hey, you just fucking owned me.
You're standing still.
Alright, here we go. And then...
Whoa, you have 800. I picked up 800 flashbangs.
Yeah, you can, so we have infinite nades, infinite ammo, all of that, so that we can just easily practice all of it. Your CS looks a little bit laggy for me.
Yeah, ever since I put those codes that you gave me or entered your settings, I get frame lag. You know what I mean? Like when I run. I don't know what that's from.
Turn on your net graph. Let me see if it's your CS or the server that's making you lag.
No, it's my CS. I've been having this for a while now. Oh, net graph one. My frames are 380, but when I start running, they drop down to 200. Ping 80. No packet loss. Like it looks, when I'm actually playing, it looks fine, but it's just when my OBS is capturing it that it looks laggy.
Trying to think what it could be. That is weird. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. When you watch it, it looks like that though, right? So
yeah,
if
I have your stream open right now on my second monitor, and you look a bit choppy.
Well, but our cameras look fine, but it's just when I run, it'll do that like chop chop chop. So like I think a lot of the things are going over today. Like it'll be fine.
Okay.
Like, cause it's like main spots and angles and peeking and stuff. So like that you can show, and the lag won't have an effect. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's...
Are you gonna kill me?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, and then you can...
Okay. I will meet you in your spawn.
On CT side, what do you like to play?
Well, lately I've just decided that I'm gonna get really good at B for every map, and just like be a good B user. Here, I found you. But we should do. I think if we could start with B, but then do both.
Okay, cool. So B is actually a really good. It's actually a really good spot for especially solo queuing. Just because it's so isolated. There's really only one entry point that you have to worry about, and you don't have to rely on your teammates so much to do a lot of things. So I really like B on Mirage for solo queue. I think it's a good solo queue spot. So we'll start over there. Basically,
how do I get to watch you again?
Oh, you gotta come CT side. My bad.
Oh,
come join.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
There you go. All right, are you on me?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm on you.
So basically, you can play it a lot of different ways. Okay, the way that most people generally like to play it is just running straight towards here, and you can run like going like this, staring this way, because if the terrorists, if they're throwing like a bunch of flashbangs over the wall, it can catch you, and then you can get caught off guard, and you can't hear them running, and then all of a sudden they're in your face, so you want to kind of just run over here looking that way, and then when you get to this point you can jump and run, but you don't want to just jump like this, like randomly like this, because then they can headshot you like pretty easily. Yeah. And especially if there's an opera here, they can really kill you very easily. Especially with the new update with the hitboxes, they're very different. So you're at a huge disadvantage when you're jumping and they can see your head. Okay, so you want to make sure you're jumping in off like while you're moving in and off places like this, so that your head barely shows up. So you want to, even that's not that good. Like,
and then they have to trace your head. And
yeah,
that's harder. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you're jumping from side to side like this.
Okay. Just to get your peeks? Like, that's not to kill them, that's just to see if they're coming?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And as soon as you spot one, you can run here, throw a flashbang off this van, and then peek. Or if you're playing, if you're not, if you're not feeling good, if you're not headshotting really well that day or something like that, then you can just spot, call it to your teammates, and then run all the way over to this point here at this bench in this corner. And this is a really good spot, especially if you're using a silence Colt. It's actually, it's really, really good because this is such an off angle.
Right.
When the turrets, when they're coming out of these tunnels, they have so many spots that they have to look at that this is one of the last places that
they'll check. Oh, so that's kind of like when you taught me the be emo boxes.
Exactly.
Spot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but this isn't a spot that you want to use consistently throughout an entire scrim because then, they're going to catch on and they will start looking here first. So this is one of those spots that you want to come to just like gaze someone a couple of times a scrim.
Right.
Or a pug, not too often, but you can come here, spot as soon as you see one, and I would just go like super aggressive, just wait for it to pop, or if you want, you can run to tunnel like right away, and then you'll beat them here to this point always.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can listen, and then as soon as you see one, you could hit a few shots and then fall off, and then like play angles like this.
Yeah, I play under window and then like on B on B site, like on the right side. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like right here.
No, on the actual site. Like if you drop down by the boost box, kind of, and then watching from there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good spot as well. But these kinds of spots are pretty punishing unless, especially if they're coming really fast, like unless you're really confident in your shot and you're gonna headshot them as soon as they come out. But otherwise, like these spots are spots like if they're saving and you don't want to get tech 9 in the face and you want to use like your long range, that's fine. Okay. But when they have AKs, this isn't.
No, I play closer. I go like to the end straight and then to the right if you drop down here, and then I watch there.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. Is once I take sight, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very punishing because like here you spot one. If you don't insta headshot them and then move and then headshot the next person, like you're kind of effed,
Yeah, so, no room for error.
Exactly.
Right.
B is definitely a spot that if the opponent is going to commit to it, it's a spot where the player needs to kill 2 and die.
Right.
It's definitely not a spot where you're playing with them and you shoot a few bullets, headshot, run away, reposition. It's not really a bomb site like that. So most B players, you'll see that they'll get up to this platform and they'll even hide up here with their gun.
Right.
And just hide here, let a couple past them, kill people, and then play it like that. Or even get to this point here, throw a pretty deep smoke into B tunnel, and then let that bloom, and then you're gonna walk up into this point here.
Sit on a chair,
yeah, you could sit up on this chair, or you can even buy an op and then op it really deep into the tunnel. As soon as you see one, you fall back again, pop a flashbang off.
I like that flash. I actually have never seen that. I like it.
It's a pretty good flash.
Because you're not peeking at all. And then,
yeah, exactly.
But then they all have to face that way to run out of apps.
And with flashbangs like this, because it's not a pop flash, because a pop flash is a flash where it all of a sudden appears in front of the enemy and it makes it so that they can't dodge the flash, right? This isn't so much a pop flash, it's just a blatant flash that if they're up here, they're gonna see it coming and they can dodge it, right?
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be blind. But it's buying you that time for them to dodge it. So as soon as you throw it, you want to peek with it, because that's when you're going to catch them off guard.
Okay. Because they'll be hopefully facing the other way or flashed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win. It's one of those blatant flashes that you throw that you're not hoping for them to be blind. You're hoping for them to turn from the flash.
Okay.
And if they don't turn from the flash and they call your bluff, then either way they're going to be blind. So it's like a
win-win situation.
Win-win. Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you peek it right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to make sure as a B player that you're always trying to buy mollies as much as you can. I know they're expensive, but it really shuts down the B rushes. And especially in solo queue, they love B. Like they love, especially when they're saving, when they're low on money. If A is not working out, they're just gonna start abusing the B bomb site. So you need to make sure that you're playing it right, where you're listening and you're asking your team for help. And you're buying time, so you can.
That's another thing I like, because you can hear them really well.
Yeah.
Like on Mirage for B, like even if you play like one person cat that helps mid, then they give you like the little tip off that everyone's coming.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or our underpass. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, this is a good spot. This is actually a B on Mirage is somewhere that they're either all going to be coming, or there's just going to be the one person there
the lurker
that you can destroy. Yeah. So I would say as a B player, learn to play a little bit more
aggressive.
Gutsy. Yeah. Just because generally it will be a 1v1 in the tunnel, and you don't want to die. If you die once and you find out, oh shit, he's just better than me, or she's just better than me, then that's fine. Just give it to them. Don't push them again, because it's okay. I mean,
you'll learn for the future.
Yeah, they're better than you, but you want to take that chance, because maybe
they're not, and then maybe you can shut them down every round.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
So you want to kind of test the waters a little bit. I mean, maybe not on the first gun round, but in the second or third gun round, you want to kind of, maybe don't throw anything at all, and make him push you, and then just fucking sit here and just headshot him and see what happens. All
right.
Another good spot if you want to get to it, practice the jump, is jump to this point here, and then you just sit here in the corner, and you can spray your gun.
If you had smoked it, like instead of walking to chair, could you go to that spot too?
Exactly.
Or is it best to do it with a jump?
You can smoke it and go, but smokes are something in the game that now a lot of the time you want to hold on to for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Because the smoke is just so useful. So what you're seeing now a lot of the time is generally players aren't just giving up their smoke in the beginning of the round anymore.
Right.
Now, if you're getting wrecked, like if the opponent is abusing you because there is no smoke, then obviously you have to adjust. So don't just go in a solo queue and be like, oh, well, I heard you should hold on to your smokes, You use it accordingly. If the opponent is rushing and they're just respecting rushing things because they haven't been punished, then yes, obviously use your smoke, utilize it, and then make sure you're punishing them coming through the smoke,
Right.
But if they're a very slow-paced team and you're just you can hold on to your smokes, that's when you would use a jump like this.
Yeah.
Is if you want to hold on to the smoke, kill one, fall, and then smoke.
Okay, I like that.
So that you can buy as much time in the round as you can.
That's been like a huge difference maker for me playing, is like taking care of my nades and not just like throwing them all at the beginning, but waiting until you can get a few players in an HE or an incendiary that's gonna really screw them. So the utility is just so important in CS. I mean, it really helps secure so many rounds. So it's definitely something that you want to get used to learning how to use properly. Okay, I like that.
So at B, those are a couple spots, but like I said, the first couple, after the first gun round, I would really just try to hold on to your nades and shoulder peek this. Oh shit, he's in there, and if you get scared, that's fine. You can fall back and then reset. Go back, do the basics of what you do. But if there's nothing there, then just push it. See what happens.
Yeah.
You just get wrecked.
Catch him off guard, underpass, or you can get mid even too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Play it like
what
that.
sites do you play usually? Like, what are your preferences?
Well, I'm the opper, so I generally play mid, and basically I just come into the window and I'll hold this off ang like this, or if I have a really good spawn, I'll make it to this point here, and I'll op like this. Now, if I don't have a good spawn, then I'll ask my teammate for a flash, and then I'll peek.
Okay.
So basically,
So where can they flash from? Where's some good flashes to help your mid?
So they can sit here like this and just jump throw.
Oh.
While aiming at this wood. So it'll be an A player.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So they can come here, throw a flash like that for you, and then as soon as you hear that it blew,
Pop, yeah.
yeah, then you're gonna peek, or there a cat player can also flash for you, like this.
Over that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really
And
good. Okay.
basically, it lands up here. The better one is gonna be from A player, from your A player. This cat will flash when you know they've already taken over mid. So you know that they've already made it to this
That'll
point
help you
here.
with chair too then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they know that they're chair and you want to peek them, that's when a cat player is going to throw a flash like that and then peek. But otherwise, in the beginning of the round, the flash from A is much more useful.
Okay.
But yeah, for a mid player, generally they're just going to come to places like this and hold angles like this, and usually generally in window you don't take many shots. You sit here and take one shot and you really just fall. You
get
can
your
be the
pick.
first person, first person to smoke off palace, and then you can make it to stairs like this and hold a ramp for a second, and then you can even get to this point here in the beginning. And a lot of the time in solo queue you'll run into a smoke there. Oh shit. Oops. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's fine.
A lot of the time in solo queue, you'll run into a smoke like right here, off top mid, or they'll smoke you out window like right away, and you're just kind of useless, right? So you want to identify it as the mid player where they're smoking and where you're going to be most useful. So you might come into mid like right off the bat and just hold an angle like this, take one shot, fall back, run, and then from here you can go back into window and wait for the smoke to disappear, or you could just sit like right here and wait for this lower B guy. This is a really good spot because these guys, the terrorists, they will generally take it pretty slow
when they're taking underpass.
Yeah, and they're coming
worried about window, worried about connector, worried about cat.
They're always gonna come to this angle here.
Yeah,
so you can just sit here and wait.
Yeah. I like that spot too for cat pushes also, because it's safe and you can get the picks.
Yeah. And then at A is generally the hardest spot to hold. A and connector, all of these spots, connector.
Yeah,
A.
Connector, I noticed like on Mirage just like screws so many rounds.
Yeah. It's really difficult to hold A, especially in solo queue, just because it's not a very CT sided area. A lot of the time, like for my team and most teams, they just give up A. A is so hard to hold. There's so many entry points to the site and choke points that it's just not even
crossfires from T side. Okay,
exactly. So a lot of the time they just give it up. Now if you're playing A and you're really confident in your aim, like when I'm playing A in an ESCA, I literally go like right here is like literally the best spot at A. You just sit right here in this corner. Because you're
protected from connector and palace. And you can pick those guys' touches.
It's such an off angle.
That is, okay, I like that.
Imagine, so basically this A ramp guy is literally coming up. He's watching here, 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 here. Yeah. And then his crosshair will automatically go from here after
swing to firebox and under palace.
Right.
Oh, that's a good spot. Okay.
So this guy is just literally just a free,
it's the last person.
Free kill.
Yeah.
The crosshair just generally never goes to this spot.
So where would you, after getting your first kill, where would you move to next?
I would just get my first kill and then move like to these points here.
Okay.
Or here. Here.
Like just kind of work the middle of sight. Because hopefully you have a teammate that's going to help you with like the crosses and different pushes, right?
Exactly. Okay. Generally, though, it won't happen like that. Like in a perfect world, this would happen. You would get a kill, bunny hop over to this corner, get a kill, right?
And then you get the ace. And then,
But generally, what'll happen is you'll get a kill. All of a sudden, there'll be smokes and flashes, and then everyone is bum rushing you, and you really just have to use your instincts.
Because it's kind of hard to go from there to CT. Plus, they'll have people watching that. So the best spot is to go to the little hidey hole next.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, after that kill, you could just sit here like this. Just go for the palace guy.
Because would you be hoping that you have someone in a space like jungle that would kill the crossers from Tetris after that point? Or
that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
But it's
relying
so,
on your teammates?
Yeah. So really, if you're relying on your teammates in that sense, then you're doing yourself, you're putting yourself in a
disservice. Well, I think like the tips that you give, it's to give you the highest percentage of a good round without thinking of your teammates.
Exactly. Exactly. Because
you're giving yourself survivability. It's good.
Yeah. Because I mean, even for myself, if I'm playing with my team even, and I'm relying completely on my teammate and I die, then it's not that person's fault, you know, because that person still has to survive and play for themselves as well, you know. So it's never a good idea to completely rely on your teammate for your own benefit, I suppose. You always want to have that mentality to play for yourself.
Play for yourself. Yeah, but not bait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's
well, it's like different CT to T.
And even on Inferno, remember I told you, like, baiting is good, man.
Yeah.
Baiting is a part of the game.
Well, baiting can work out, especially that emo spot. Like when their attention is on the guy on spools and they're crossing behind fountain, and then you can just like finish everyone off. And then they're like, oh, who's in behind new box? It's good. Okay.
Exactly. So yeah, like I said, Mirage CT side is really just about, or at A, it's really about you either give it up. I mean, the first couple gun rounds, you play spots like this, you play spots like this, and you try to be really gimmicky, right? You can even go under balcony and listen, and as soon as you hear one A ramp, pop a stupid flash like that, and then go for a kill. But really the point is if you're playing spots like this and you're just getting wrecked, you're just getting owned. Like, sometimes they're just better than you. Sometimes there's a player on the other side that's better than you, and you're unable to 1v1 and win that. And that's okay, but you have to identify that, and then you just have to give it up. You just tell your teammates, yo, like, this kid is wrecking me. I'm just going to give up A. We'll retake it together. Because A retakes on Mirage is honestly the easiest thing to do. Well, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's easier than holding A. It's easier to retake A as a team together than it is to try to hold it, right?
Right.
So try to identify that as the A player. Play, you know, off angles, go for like one task, buy an auto scout. That's not an auto scout, an auto scout, and just, you know, try to, you know, wreck them. But if it doesn't work out, just give it up. Play, you know, CT spawn deep like this, or you can even be sitting here at ticket, wait for the smokes to bloom, because sometimes maybe they're full on executing and they're super try hard and they, you know, throw a bunch of smokes and wait for that smoke to bloom, be like, hey, they smoked me off CT spawn, and then just hold, like, you know, be super sneaky, go for one kill, fall back, and just
get the bomb planner.
Yeah, and wait for your team and give it up. Either that, or another option is you can just push palace. Get into palace. So you're gonna jump off up here like this, because if you,
is that the fastest?
Yeah. Okay. If you're pushing palace, if you go all the way like this, first of all, they can hear the ladder, and they're gonna beat you here always. But if you have an optimal spawn, like one of these spawns here, and you're the A player, you can definitely absolutely beat them there. Get up here quick, make sure you're running to this point, and even run all the way here. Don't start walking, because if you're gonna push, you're gonna push, and most of the time you're gonna catch them off guard anyways.
Right.
And if you just start walking, you put yourself at a disadvantage anyways. They're already gonna know. If they hear you pushing, they've already called it anyways. So if you're walking like this, they're gonna know you're
hold
pushing.
That angle. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then now you don't have a peeker's advantage. You don't have the, oh my god, this guy has a big dick, he's literally just rushing me. You don't have like that factor on your side.
You're not inflicting the fear anymore.
Exactly. But if you literally just rush up and you get to this point, and you literally just get to this point and just run it all the way to here, you're gonna catch them off guard 100%. If you have more success by walking, then you have gaudy aim, or I'm a blatant liar, I don't know, but I would try it. Like, literally just give it a chance. Rush to palace, run all the way to here, and don't stop running.
Commit
and
literally to your big dick plays.
Exactly. I mean, because if you're gonna do a BDP, then just do the BDP. Don't go halfway and then get scared, and then all of a sudden you've already ran all the way here, and then all of a sudden try to think, oh, I'm gonna catch him off guard by walking now. Like, that's not gonna happen. You know, like they've already called you out. They already know you're pushing. Own it. Like just like
make him
take
uncomfortable.
advantage of it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because this guy is you're making him sweat anyways. Like let's say these guys are already in here, and these guys called. I think I hear him Palace. He's rushing Palace, right? Like this guy in Palace is oh my god, I'm lost. Where am I? Okay, here am I.
I'm lost.
So this guy is already like he's already sweating. He's like, oh shit, he's pushing. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, you know, and he's like doing like shit like this because he wants to make sure he gets you.
Yeah.
He's not completely focused on the one objective. Like you're 100% focused on just killing this guy, like destroying him, you know, and just rushing him. So you definitely have the advantage. So just make sure you're capitalizing on your spawn, on the fact that you're already committed to rushing, and things like that.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so T-side stuff.
Yeah, T-side. All right, so T-side is really fun on Mirage. There's so many different things you can do. Mirage is a map with very fast rotations. It's not so much like a cache or an overpass where it's super fast rotations, but it is generally a map where a lot of fakes can happen and a lot of plays, like a lot of really cool plays can happen. So it's a super competitive map. I would say it's no longer a completely CT-sided map. I think Mirage is definitely like a 60-40, a 70-30.
That's
even
good. Yeah.
70% CT side, 30% T-sided map. But really, it could even be a 50-50, honestly. If it's such a weird map that it's very competitive. Is the easiest way to say it. So T-side, there's a lot of cool, neat things you can do. A lot of smokes that you have to learn. One thing I do want to mention is that I will show a lot of different smokes right now. A lot of the cooler smokes. I think generally a lot of the normal smokes are known. But one thing is everyone's...
That's a good idea.
Yeah, everyone's res is different, and everyone's monitor hertz and even tick rate makes a difference on how these smokes land. So the best way to learn a smoke is to go on a server and perfect it yourself, because the lining up is going to be different for everyone. Okay, so just keep that in mind while everyone is watching, is that just because I line up my smoke one way doesn't mean you can translate it 100% onto your monitor and line up the smoke the same exact way. Unless you have my exact same config and exact same monitor, exact same hertz, all of that, those things, then besides that, you can't really rely on that. Okay. So yeah, basically on Mirage on T-side, I literally do like 3 things. Like in a solo queue, when I'm pugging, when I'm ESC pugging, I'm not playing with my team, I do like 3 things. The first thing I do on the first gun round is I always go for mid control. And I literally YOLO rush it the very first gun round. And then I see what happens, okay?
Right.
If I get wrecked, I don't do it again. But if I'm like, you know, these kids are like giving up mid and I can really abuse that, then I do it for the rest of the half, and it's explosive. Like you
test the BDP, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. So as soon as I spawn, I'll come up here and I'll tell my team, yo, I'm rushing mid, okay? And I don't really expect them to do anything with it, but I just throw a smoke like that off top mid. As soon as I get here, I prime an HE nade, get to this point, and I nade window. I literally don't even look at cat, and then I just jump into window room like this. And then from this point on, I start walking, right? And then I make it to this point. Usually if you make it to this
be on your pistol round?
No, this is on the first gun round.
First gun round. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
This is on the first gun round. Now, if you make it to this point and you don't see anyone yet, then I don't know. Like, where the fuck are they, right? I have no idea. But generally, you will have seen someone.
Yeah, whether it's connector or cat or triple or jungle or, okay.
The cool thing about this... Yeah, the cool thing about this is you will always beat the cat player if he's walking. And if he's running, you'll hear him. Okay? Right. So while you're running like this, if you don't hear anything, don't even bother looking here. There's no way that this cat player can walk up to this point and beat you. The only way he can beat you is if he's running from CT spawn and getting to this point. And if he is, then you'll hear him anyways. So don't be like going to this and be like, oh god, where do I look? Where do I look? You know,
Yeah.
like doing that number. Like have confidence, trust yourself. If you die because you didn't look at Cat and he had a freak accident, assume that he had the best fucking Nikes on in the game and he made it there and you just weren't aware. Maybe there was, it's just a freak accident, man. Like, but it's better for you to put 50% into here and 50% into here instead of spreading out your attention into 3 different angles. And now you're at a huge disadvantage because A, you're paranoid, B, your crosshairs everywhere, and C, you're probably not going to kill him anyways, right? So if you get shot in the back because you did this, like, and you didn't look at it, then don't do it again. But at least just, you're already taking a risk by going YOLO. So just do it. Like, just commit to it and do it. And like I said, I guarantee you, if you get to this point here fast and you ran like I did, like all the way, and you HE-nated window and you got to this point here, you'll hear them first. There's just no way that you can't hear them before, okay?
Okay.
It's really important if you're gonna, like I said.
What is that cat smoke? Can you show that one more time?
Yeah. So you get to this point here, jump on top of the trash can. Yeah. You just aim to the right of the second antenna here.
Okay. And so do you need to jump?
Nope, you just release it.
Awesome.
You don't jump or anything. And as soon as you get to mid here, you're just running all the way. Make sure you throw this HE nade.
Because that'll push back, hopefully push back your window player, or...
Yeah, and not only that, but he might be sitting here holding like that smoke. You know, if he's a really good player, he's aware. Then this guy's gonna see that smoke and he's gonna be like, oh, this idiot's gonna push, I'm gonna fuck him up. But little does he know, there's gonna be an HE nade that blows up in his face. Yeah. And now he's slowed and he's like, fuck, you know, and you have the advantage. His sound is fucked up now. He can't hear. Yeah. And there's a little bit of smoke on his screen and he's slowed down. So if he's there holding that smoke off, you can wreck him. Then get to this point, you're gonna catch, like, literally this is gonna happen to you. You're gonna run through that smoke and you're gonna catch like this kid that like sees the smoke and like, hey, I'm gonna kill this guy here. Yeah. And, you know, and you're gonna catch him off guard, like,
because you're gonna push it.
Yeah, you're really going like this and you're gonna wreck this guy. Oh, I don't hear anything, Cat, I'm good. And just get into this window. And from here you can decide what to do.
Yeah. Rest in peace, their butts, because you're coming from behind. It's good.
And one thing that I'm really trying to, a thing to really keep in mind as you're growing as a CS player is literally it's simple math, right? So let's say you get to this point, you kill a connector guy and you kill a window guy, okay? Let's say you fucking had the round of your life, you one-tap this kid here, and then you just wreck this kid here.
Round of your life.
You have to do simple math at this point because the meta is generally the same all across the board. It's 1A, 1 connector, 1 window, 1 cat, 1 B, right? It's generally how the map is played. Now, if they have a sick ass round and they read you like a book and they stack a site and you did simple math, but it ended up being that they're all in one site that you thought was clear, fine. It's a freak accident. But learn to do simple math. You killed 1 connector, you killed 1 window. If anything, there's just 1 left at A. Call it out. And there's 2 at B. There's gonna be 1 cat and 1 B. Yeah. So you want to tell all your players, yo, listen, there's only 1 left at A, go, go, go. Or you know, and take charge at that point because you've created an opening and it's your responsibility to tell your teammates where that opening is. So you've created an opening at A. Make sure you communicate that towards your teammates because they don't know. Like, you got those kills, those 2 kills. It could have been 2 kills at Cat. It could have been, you know, like, there's so many different places. You can't just say, I mean, you can call out, I gotta kill connector, I gotta kill window. But why not just say, yo, go A, there's only 1 A, you know? Yeah. And if you're wrong, and your teammates like, dude, there was 2 at A.
They stacked it. You're like, A.
You're like, oh, A, my bad. Shit happens.
Freak accident.
Exactly. Shit happens. But it's okay. Like, half the shit I say while I'm playing competitive Counter-Strike, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm assuming.
But that's just what you feel, yeah.
Exactly.
And you're doing the basic math.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So you guesstimate a lot of things and you have confidence in what you're saying and your teammates or whoever you're playing with, they may or may not listen to you, but hey, at least you tried and at least you're doing your job, right? So that's a huge deal. And it's like that with a lot of things like in the round. Like you can really do a lot in solo queue to make it work, make it benefit your team.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think that's the one thing that I do possess though is the strategic awareness and understanding where your team is and where the other team is, and when you get those picks where to go. That's what I can do. And yeah, it's just more everything in between.
That's good.
I would be a good like coach, you know, just if I could watch and then tell people what's going on. But
well, you know, like shooting the gun and like playing the basic Counter-Strike 101 is actually, it's much easier to learn because that's just muscle memory and it's just grinding out CS hours, whereas CS IQ and the fundamentals of the game, developing that game sense is something that's not just given through grinding out hours. It's something that's developed over experiences and a lot of different things that contribute to that side of your brain for the CSIQ. So if you've already have that, then that's actually really beneficial for you, because like shooting your gun and learning smokes and like, you know, going through the motions of Counter-Strike, those are things that just come with time and with grinding hours. But just because
so what is the most strategic grinding for that, for people that are wanting to get just basic muscle memory and improve that way? What is your advice for them? Is it the same thing with the servers?
It's honestly learning how to shoot your gun and learning how to move through Counter-Strike is honestly, you have to deathmatch. You have to KZ, like maybe be a sick ass surfer, you know, like go start surfing, start KZing. Because really it's about moving your mouse and being comfortable with the movements, because aim will not translate to competitive. 100% aim will not. I can go in a deathmatch and I can be like shit that day. Like I may not be able to kill anything, but I may go into a competitive game and I fucking drop a 30 bomb. Who knows, right? So aim never will equate to you being a god in a server. I mean, I can't say never. I mean, yeah, obviously sometimes it can help you in a 1v1 duel, definitely. But generally speaking, it's about your movements. It's about, you know, crosshair placement. It's about a lot of other things in a competitive that will help push you over, have a one-up on your opponent.
Okay.
So really the basic tip is just go in a server and deathmatch. Deathmatch 10 minutes before your practice. Hey, maybe you and your friends made a team, or maybe you're just doing your solo queue thing and you're trying to get to global. I don't know. Everyone's goals are different. But before you go into a competitive, go in a deathmatch and don't just go through the motions of like, oh God, I'm going to one-tap the shit out of everyone in this server. I'm going to become Scream, you know? Like, because like I said, it doesn't translate specifically to a competitive. Go in a deathmatch and use like, I had a kid come into my stream the other day and ask me, why are you such a tryhard in a deathmatch? I'm like, dude, I am a tryhard in a deathmatch because I'm trying to translate what I do in a deathmatch into a competitive, you know? Like, I'm not just going in there to like get the best KDA possible. I'm like, you want to look at like, you know, actually use the off angles, use the angles that you would in a deathmatch and into a competitive as well. Don't just go in and try to headshot every single thing in there, you know?
Okay.
And sometimes that's not the easiest thing to do if you're in a free-for-all server because it's so hectic. So go in a team deathmatch. Go in one of the Valve servers, or there's a lot of other team deathmatch servers out there. Go in one of those, or just go in a retake server and practice.
Yeah, I really like retakes.
And those, retakes are really dope. I really like retake servers as well. And that's how I would warm up.
I like that. I think that's really good advice. Okay, can we go over a few team strategies that you like?
Yeah, okay.
So how many, where, timing, that kind of thing?
Okay, so I will do a Kaboom strat. So we'll do, on my team, we call it Kaboom. This was, Kaboom was a Brazilian team. I don't have to go and explain. Anyways, we call it Kaboom because this is like, it originates from this Brazilian team that was called Kaboom, okay? Basically, the idea of this strat is to smoke off the entire site and rush into jungle, connector, and stairs and
Okay.
kill these guys. So isolate the guy that's in sight somewhere, or CT spawn even, and kill off the rotators that are coming. And then once we have control over all of this area, then we take care of this guy that's in sight, right?
Okay.
So it's a pretty neat strat. Basically, what it's gonna look like is there's gonna be a smoke there, here, here, and here. Okay. So this is what the site looks like. It's literally 4 smoke. That's pretty smoke intensive, but it actually pays off quite well. And basically you literally YOLO up the ramp while there's smokes covering you, and you just rush these guys here.
Yeah.
And then after you kill them all, you have control. Then you take care of where the site guy is. And generally, with some decent comms from your teammates, you will eventually know where that guy is, because this guy's in the site telling his team like, oh shit, I'm smoked off, and like trying to spam people. Maybe he sees someone, you know, and he's spamming, and then these guys are like, dude, this guy's fire, I hear him, and then don't even worry about him, you know?
Right.
And then after the smokes disappear, you know he was in this general area, then you take care of that guy. Okay? So the smokes that are required
show this one.
are, so basically we need the middle of sight one. Okay. So this is the middle of sight. You just go onto the platform here, line up your crosshair to the corner here, and you see these two. This brick here. That
brick. Yep.
Yeah. This is the brick that you want to look at. Go in the middle of it, and you just release. Okay. Literally, that's all there is to it. You just release right in the middle on the top of the brick, and it perfectly smokes off the top, the middle of sight. Okay, then the next smoke is going to be the triple smoke. Okay, this one you line up. You line up the wall here to make it flush. Okay, and then you just aim to the right of this pillar. Very simple. You just release.
And again, no jumping.
Nope, no jumping, nothing like that. Okay, and it perfectly smokes off triple. Okay, again, both of these smokes are really forgiving smokes. Like, you don't have to be like, okay, guys, I'm lining up my smoke. Let me just make sure my crosshair is perfect here, and then, oh god, you know, like it's really unforgiving. You can literally just get to here and just release. Like, it's not. It's very very forgiving.
Because you're not trying to block off that wide of area.
Yeah, and even this, I mean, I said you have to make the wall flush, but like, let's say I go like this. And then do this. I mean, it'll still. Yes.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, so it's very.
And if it hits that box, it's just helping that middle smoke get a little smokier too.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So those are those two smokes. And this one is a little bit more difficult, definitely. So this one will take some practice. This is the under balcony smoke.
Ooh,
okay. So you want to go into palace and line up this wall flush. Okay.
Okay.
And then you see this part here where it's white a little bit here, and then it gets darker here. This is where you put your crosshair, and you aim a little bit above that, right in between here and here. You see this?
That line crack in the wall, yeah.
Yeah, just right in the middle of that, okay? So it's difficult, it's hard. But once you get it, you'll get it. Like, once you make this smoke, you'll always make this smoke.
Okay.
It's one of those smokes where you're just like, fuck, how do I do it? But then once you get it, you'll always get it.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, no, sorry. You don't put it in the middle here. You put it
in
at
line?
the top, right there. Yeah, so just like right there, and just release. You don't move or anything.
So the crack almost kind of points to it.
Yeah.
And you don't move, you don't jump. It's just a right or just a click.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So again,
because like the crack like tips up. So okay, I can see that, and it's above the dot where the crack tips up. Okay, I see it. Awesome.
Okay.
And so what would their solution be for that? Like, if you're the person under palace, you know, where would you move from here? Because I think some people would go up, right? And then you'd have your team waiting for them.
Yeah.
If they were playing under palace.
If I got smoked out there, I would get up here like this.
Yeah.
And then I would just try to kill the guy.
Just shake your gun around.
Yeah. Okay. Just, I'll fuck it. I give up. Throw away the guns.
Okay. Well, because you can also move easily to firebox from there too.
Yeah. Right? Or, I mean, you have those options. I mean, you're smoked off. You know you're safe. So you just be like, yo, they're running Kaboom, or they're running. Everyone generally knows what Kaboom is because, like I said, it's the Brazilian strat. They innovated it. So or you can say, dude, they're smoking off the site. Watch your connector. They're rushing stairs, guys. They're rushing stairs, and you've done your job. I mean, they expect you to just ace through the smokes, right? So just say, yo, I'm smoked off, they're rushing connector, careful, and then just stay alive, maybe. That could be your option. Or if you're a god and you're feeling real ballsy, just get up here and just rush this palace guy. Just fuck him up.
Yeah, because you know where that smoke came from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then be like, yo, they have a site, guys. I'm in palace. I'm ready to retake. Tell me when you're ready, you know? And, you know, little things like that could help you win the round as well.
Okay, cool.
So that's, and then there was the deep jungle smoke, right? So this one is also a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
This one you want to holy shit, I forgot. Oh, okay, it's right here. Basically, here's the edge of the wall. It's the first cube here.
Yep.
And you just go in the corner here. You look all the way down. Place your crosshair here in the middle of it. Okay. And then turn around. And this is where I put my placement of the nade. Now.
So the second palm tree is kind of pointing at it, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
And then it's straight up from that crack.
These palm trees move though, so you can't rely on the palm.
Oh, okay. So the pink and the cream wall, that's where they intersect straight up from that. So where those two intersect straight up from that, at the level of the third black mark.
Generally, I think my teammates put their nades somewhere around here with the wood, like the nade pin, like somewhere along the wood. I use left-hand models, so I can't tell you.
What we're seeing exactly. Okay,
yeah. But this is exactly where the nade goes.
Okay.
And again, there's so many YouTube tutorials out there on Mirage
if people
smokes.
wanted to get them.
Exactly. And these are very basic smokes to know. So there's definitely gonna be information out there on how to get these smokes. So it's definitely not difficult to do it.
Yeah, no, I see a lot of stuff on YouTube for the Mirage. Okay.
So again, that's the deep jungle smoke. So again, you have this.
And then you're just gonna clear stairs and connector.
Yeah, and you want your number 3 guy. So basically, it's gonna look really crazy. You're gonna have one guy here, one guy here, one guy here. So there's 2 guys here.
Do they overlap
one guy
for that
here.
one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
They
this
can
guy,
still
like
both
I said,
sit.
he could be like right here. Yeah, and this guy's gonna be right here.
And then one in palace.
And one in palace.
So could you, because it's only a 4-man smoke, could you have someone that's gonna push connector that way then too?
So so you're gonna have 3 guys here.
Right.
One guy palace, so that's 4 smokes going towards A.
Right.
And then you're gonna want to have this guy come here, the other guy, and smoke. And he can do 2 things. He can go top mid, and use the smoke and just wait and be sneaky here like this. Or he can go through B tunnel and get to underpass and just lurk, and wait for contact at A. And as soon as your teammates get contact at A, then you come up and you clean up with them.
Yeah.
And trade the kills together. Or a lot of the time what we do is we just come straight up. So the 1, 2, and 3 are coming straight up ramp. You're gonna want number 1 to come straight up to this point, watch closet, and go straight to here. Number 2, same thing. And number 3, you're coming up with your flash, double clicked, and you're gonna pop a flash up like that. And so number 1 and 2, the flash is coming, boom, it pops, and then these guys come out like this. All right. And then this number 3 guy that flashed, you're also running straight to the smoke that's here.
Yeah.
And you're planting in the smoke.
Ramp. Okay.
Yep. And then as soon as after you plant, you fucking book it.
And also that 4th position will get a lot of intel where the site guy is, hopefully.
Exactly. Okay. And then the whole time, this palace guy is literally just sitting here, and you're just waiting. I mean, you're probably gonna hear some people spamming. You know, these guys are spamming or whatever.
But you're gonna wait for stairs and connector to be cleared before you're peeking palace.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you're just kind of hiding out and baiting around a little bit, things like that.
Okay. That's cool. I like the Kaboom.
That's called Kaboom.
I bet that's insane, like, when you see it fully executed.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Like, these guys are like, oh fuck, there's so many smokes. You know, so it's pretty successful. It's pretty successful. The only time that it's not is if this kid is sitting up here at ticket booth and he can see over the smokes.
Right.
And he happens to have an auto scout or something like that, and he's just fucking destroying us with an auto. that sucks. That's actually happened to us before.
Right.
Actually, the Mirage match that we lost this season
I'm
in
sorry
our
to hear.
league is because this motherfucker was sitting up here with
And
an
just
auto
spammed
scout
you.
and destroyed us. But
Right.
the best thing to do about that situation
have an op.
is have an op. Don't throw anything at all,
Right.
and just have your op. Like, don't throw any smokes. Have your opper be confident as fuck. Come up here and just kill him,
Right.
and then go back and then do the executes.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I like those smokes you showed too. Like, I think
Yeah.
that they can all be used in different situations too.
So that's
Okay.
a Kaboom strat, and then I'm gonna show you a really sick fake. Okay, this is
Okay.
called we call this CLG. Okay,
Ooh.
but it's basically a B fake to an A, and you're literally running almost the entire time. Okay, and it really just kind of mind fucks the B players because
Okay.
all they see is a shitload of smokes, and then they hear a lot of footsteps.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, they're coming B, they're coming
Exactly.
B, we need to
Yeah.
rotate. Okay.
Yeah, and they're just literally sitting here clenching their assholes and they're scared. So
Right.
it's really good, but it's definitely a strat that you can only run like one time max. That's it.
Okay.
So,
Because
yeah,
they're
so-
onto you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So with this strat, you only need 3 smokes. Okay. A 4th smoke will be awesome, but it's not necessary to do the strat perfectly. Okay.
Okay.
So you want your first person to get to B tunnel, and you're going to this isn't necessary, but it is nice to have. So it's not a full-on rush in the beginning. It's it's you set up for it and then you execute it, then you rush. Okay. Basically the number 1 guy is going to come here. You're staring at the door and you're going to aim. Here's the wood peg. I put my crosshair right above the wood to the left
And
of
just
it and just release.
Okay.
It's gonna hit a skybox up here and then land right here. We call this get.
Oh.
But it blocks off this guy that's sitting like right here.
Yeah.
Like
And then you have
this.
safer apartments. Yeah.
And
Because that's
then-
always so awkward to have to peek market, worry about bench, worry about van, and then finally peek your cat. So
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Sorry, we need 4 smokes for this.
Okay.
So we definitely need 4th. A 5th is a luxury, right? So
Right.
you definitely need 4 smokes. And this is one of those strats that you want to run when you're kind of low on money, and you can do like a Tech 9 armor buy rush with 4
Okay.
smokes. Or just Tech 9 and 4 smoke and rush and do it. And it's definitely not a strat that you want to run, I would think, in a round where you invest a lot of money into AKs and nades and things like that. You generally don't want to rush because you've put so much money, you've spent so much money
You have
for
the
round.
gun advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't want to just throw that away with a 50-50 rush, right? Because that's what all rushes are. It's a 50-50. You're heavily relying on your aim and you're heavily relying on just that first entry to turn things into your favor, right?
Right.
But okay, so basically you have the 1 smoke here. This is what it's ultimately going to look like. That smoke there, this smoke here, and then eventually a smoke here, and then a smoke here. Okay? So there's 4 smokes.
Okay.
And the idea of this is for 3 people to come into B tunnel, okay? And then the 1 person here is going to
Gets the
smoke.
cat.
No, yeah, the get right. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's right here. The get right smoke. Then after, he's gonna run, pop a flash off the wall, and then jump out window and rush his own smoke here, and then get to this point here.
Okay.
Okay. All the while, his 2 teammates or her 2 teammates are gonna sit here with flashes, and they're gonna feed flashbangs, and then they're rushing to lower B fast without stopping. Just running the entire way, and then
Right.
the 1 guy is gonna have a smoke prime, throw a smoke.
Okay, can you
And
show that
then-
one more time? The cat one?
Yeah,
So you're
So
running
basically-
upstairs.
yeah. You're running upstairs, and you want to
Right
aim
below.
right below
Okay.
this red roof at the wood, and then just run all the way through.
Is that one pretty forgiving? The cat
Yeah,
one? Okay.
yeah, it is. Just you can just dry run
No
it like a
jump,
couple times.
just
and then-
run.
No
and
jumping, just
click.
run.
Okay.
And it's the perfect smoke for a cat.
Right.
Because this guy's,
So you-
it's
Oh,
so
because your
deep.
teammate's up there. though.
Yeah,
or should
and then
be.
you're gonna have one more person up top mid here, and this person's gonna throw a jungle smoke here, which is is hard to line up.
So you're pressed in between the boxes.
Yes.
The left. Okay.
So you go
1/3
here,
of the way over, and then.
and this is exactly.
I guess it's
it.
right above that corner of the roof, the white roof, and then kind of where the end of the wood ends on that first spawn tree.
Throwing smoke.
Okay.
So you throw this one, and this is the deep jungle smoke.
Oh, that's wicked. Okay, I like that.
Okay. And this smoke, because it takes a lot longer to throw, how you want to time this is this guy needs to make it to this point when these guys are throwing their flashbangs. Okay. So this guy is throwing the smoke first.
Right.
Okay. And then he's going. He's just going. Okay. The two people. The person that needs to throw their smoke first is this guy, okay? So I forgot to mention this guy. This guy is literally sitting all the way over at A, and he's gonna sit here with this smoke. Or is it this one? Shit, I forgot.
You can do both.
Smoke.
Oh!
Wait, no, that's not it.
Oh, okay. That's like all the way across the map, so.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You could put nobody in Palace and do that, and everyone would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Throwing smoke.
Okay, this is it.
That is
So you're literally
that is so ridiculous. Okay.
all the way from A to B. It's pretty dope.
Okay, so you sit in the corner.
Yep. You sit in
The
this
wood
corner here. Put your crosshair here.
Right.
And you're gonna run, jump, throw with a lot of oomph to it. Okay.
Right.
So you want to run, jump, throw, and yeah. So that's a better one. So basically,
that's
at B,
so awesome. All right.
you have these two smokes that bloomed, right?
Right. So your
And then
guy is
this
kind of your guy's safe if he jumps out window.
Yeah.
Right.
He's jumping out. He doesn't worry about this.
Yeah.
He gets really unlucky. He'll die from here.
Yeah,
but
the market.
he's not even
Okay.
looking at that. He's literally just fucking YOLO rushing through his own smoke here.
Right.
And he's trying to get to like this point. And then once he's at this point, if
Yeah.
this
So
is
what's his
clear,
goal here?
His goal is to create havoc.
Yeah.
Without.
So they're like, oh, so he's on B. He's on B.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the point is that this guy here, that you're hoping that there's a guy here. You're
Right.
hoping there's a guy here, and he's like, oh, they're coming B guys, I hear him. But really what he's hearing is lower B guys running away.
Right.
They're actually running connector to A. But he thinks they're rushing B because
he saw someone, well, hopefully heard someone fall out of, or jump out of apartments.
Exactly.
Too.
He either saw that, or there's smokes here, so he's tripping out. Like, he's getting smoked out. He hears smokes blooming. He hears flashes blooming. So he's just like, oh, fuck, they're rushing B guys. And then all of a sudden, some idiot runs through the smokes. He's, some idiot, like, rushes through the smoke, scrims him, and kills him while he's just, like, thinks he's safe because there's a smoke, you know?
Yeah.
He gets
awesome.
plowed. He's like, fuck, there's one cat! And then this guy's like, yeah, I'm the dog.
Yeah.
And then all the while,
So
all we're doing is making sure that this A player that's at ticket booth is like, oh, fuck, they're rushing B. And even if he gets to this point here before they call that it's a fake,
right.
we've already gotten him out of his position, out
Right.
of his, like...
His op spot, potentially.
Exactly.
Or
So,
his
like,
auto sniper.
So at this point, it's already a round one. And there's no
Okay,
way
so
you
the first guy goes to Cat, though. The first guy goes to Cat. The
Yeah.
two flashers, they push underpass, smoke off Cat, and take connector.
Yes.
And then
So by this
where
time,
is your mid guy and where is your palace guy?
the mid guy is smoking the jungle, and then after he smokes this, then he's gonna get to this point here and meet up with his other
And
two.
help Cat a little bit if he does push that smoke.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then help these. So this smoke blooms, and then this guy that threw the smoke the whole
Right.
time is gonna get over to Palace and listen. Be like, hey, he's rotating off of A. He's rotating off of A. It worked. It worked. And then
Right.
boom. As soon as he hears the rotation off of A, he comes out, and then your teammates come up connector, and then boom, you have the site for free.
Okay. That is so
And-
cool.
Yeah, and then like I said, like even if it pulls the rotation for 5 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
for 5 seconds, that's 5 seconds for this Palace guy to have made his move and taken advantage of that 5 seconds.
Because why would
It's-
they expect someone to be in Palace with
Exactly.
that one smoke? Yeah.
So-
okay.
So this is why this Palace guy, it's crucial that his communication is optimal and his timing is really good.
Right.
Oh shit, the server just crashed.
That's okay. Well, I think that's
so,
good though.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Oh my god, Potter, that last strat is so fucking awesome.
It's definitely a mind fuck, and it works really well. It works really well, specifically if your Palace player is his game sense or her game sense is really good. That person is gonna make or break the round by taking advantage and pushing his advantage into A. And once that happens, then the rest of your teammates can just flow through and just rush through the connector easily with zero problems.
So this is a good point. Who would you put the bomb on?
The lower B people.
Yeah, one of the flashers. Okay.
So it's gonna be with always the bomb generally wants to go with the people with the most the most.
So you have someone right away to pick it up if they do get knocked off.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I like that. Because then, you know, he could say, oh, nobody is rotating, but they're still set up really well to take B.
Yep.
Yeah. And then your one guy could push cat and yeah. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Oh, Potter, you are such a genius. Well, thank you so much for coming out on stream. I really like doing this style where we kind of like just run through some fun strats on a new map, angles, holds, nades, whatever it is. So we did do Inferno in the past, guys. If you want to watch that, it's highlighted on my Twitch channel and also my YouTube. This will be uploaded to YouTube as well. And do you have a YouTube channel, Potter, or are you just Twitch?
No, just Twitch. I mean, I have a YouTube, but it's very inactive, so.
Okay. Well, so Potter is going to be streaming right now. So if you guys want to show her some support, I'm going to be hosting her. You can head over to her channel now. OMG, it's Potter. My mods will be linking it in the chat. Go and show her some love and give some female North American Counter-Strike Go players some huge support, because I know you guys appreciated all her tips today. So thank you so much for coming on stream again, Potter. You are seriously one of the most epic women I've ever encountered in my life. And I've met a lot of epic women, so it was just absolutely fantastic. So thank you for your advice, and we'll go and host your stream.
Thank you.
And you can answer everyone's questions, because I'm sure they have a few of them.
Cool.
So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to close out stream, and then let me know when you're live on Skype.
Okay, cool.
Okay, bye,
Thanks,
Potter.
guys.
All right, guys. So thank you for everyone who subscribed during that. I'm sorry, I did turn notifications off just because I wanted to fully support Potter while she was doing that. I think that was really fun. Potter is absolutely amazing and fantastic, and her taking the time to teach you guys some of her knowledge, especially on Mirage, which is one of my favorite maps, is really fun. So if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to type Kappa in the chat. If you are new to my stream, make sure to give me a follow. And we're going to be hosting